Air horns for this project are actually modified parts from the 1/25th scale snap kits. I did this for a couple of reasons. One was that the horns on the real truck have open bells as opposed to the kits, which are molded solid. The other reason was to make the installation a bit more realistic. On the kit, holes are molded into the cab roof, into which the horn, which has attachment pins molded onto it, is glued. This isn't the way horns are attached on real trucks, so the first step was drilling the holes out to 1/16 inch diameter so they could be filled using styrene rod glued into place. The two 1/25th scale snap kits made by Revell, the Peterbilt 359 and the Kenworth Aerodyne Conventional, both offer open bell horns which are quite well detailed, and in addition, both the kits are a good source of other parts. Comparing the Transtar 4300 kit's horn to the Kenworth Aerodyne part, the length is an obvious difference, and the other is the snap tabs, which fit into corresponding slots molded in the roof of the cab shell. Air horns are available in a variety of length on real trucks, and the horns on the Kenworth come out right to the front edge of the cab roof. In real life, these horns work out to about 32 inches long, and here's an example of a real W900 Aerodyne with similar horns, again coming right up to the front edge of the cab roof. Modifying these horns for use on the Transtar 4300 started with removal of the snap tabs, all of the forward mounting bracket detail, and sanding off as much chrome as possible. A spacer cut from 40 thou by 40 thou styrene strip was glued onto the remaining mounting lug at the back of the horn, and then the base, cut from 30 thou by 100 thou styrene strip, was attached to this. I like to drill and pin parts whenever possible for greater strength, so I used brass wire 20 thou diameter for mounting pin on the horn base. In a roundabout way, this also simulates the brass fitting that attaches to the airline. The snap kit horn is about 300,000ths of an inch longer than the Transtar 4300 kit part. I used a Vernier caliper to transfer this measurement over to the Aerodyne part and cut off the trumpet right where it joins the mounting base. I removed the extra length from this end of the horn trumpet and then drilled it out so it could be pinned with 20 thou brass wire. A matching hole was drilled in the mounting base. For 20 thou wire, I use a number 74 drill, which is about 2/1000ths of an inch larger and gives a little bit of clearance for easy assembly. Drilling and pinning is a little bit of extra work, but the end result is a much stronger connection that could be achieved by simply gluing the parts together due to the very limited gluing surface. Looking at photo of the truck I'm modeling again, the horns appear to be mounted further back than in the stock kit location based on how they appear in relation to the marker light. Based on this, I drilled the mounting hole in the cab roof correspondingly further back compared to the stock locations, which you can see visible in the photo. Only thing left to add now is the forward support. On real truck horns, this is a separate cast piece, open at the top, which slips onto the horn trumpet and slides forward into position. In model form, this piece can be made by cutting a piece of 1/8 diameter styrene tube, approximately 1/16 of an inch long, and cutting a narrow slot into one side. A spacer is made from 40 thou by 60 thou styrene strip, and the base is cut from 30 thou by 100 thou styrene strip. After gluing the parts together, file a taper on the forward end and a slight round on the back corners before attaching the 1/8 styrene tube to the top. Slide the finish bracket onto the horn, place the horn on top of the cab roof, and glue the forward mounting bracket in place. The last detail item that can be added is a pair of Micromark O-scale decal rivets to simulate the mounting fasteners. With the horn assembled, the only thing left to do is replicate the chrome finish. I have good results using the Alclad system, which uses a gloss black base, over top of which is applied the Alclad lacquer. This system does require the use of an airbrush, and this old Pache Model H, which I've had for over a decade, still serves me well. Gloss black base is applied first, and here again the mounting pin serves as a handy holding fixture for the painting process. After the gloss black base is cured thoroughly, at least overnight, several light coats of Alclad's chrome result in a convincing appearance. Another option for a chrome finish, which does not involve the use of an airbrush, is a Molotow chrome pen. Horns were set in place for this picture, but will actually be one of the last pieces installed during final assembly. There's still masking and painting to do on the cab, as well as addition of numerous small details. Thanks for watching this installment. Next Monday's upload, we'll take a look at the doors and mirrors.